rape the poor child, and then she ends up dying.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Dad says, well, fuck.
What the hell?
Let's take a trip to the old Wikipedia store and see what it has to say about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, it looks like a nuclear blast happened, but I'm not even for sure what that has to do with anything.
And I don't see how the ending ties into the first game at all. Like, freaking Mathis Games was saying.
Yeah,
big old Dumbo.
How does that work?
Let's see here. Mission line, super medic, medicine, Papa solve enough, blah, blah, blah.
She'll get to grow up.
He didn't even say this part.
Yeah. What?
Play it again.
She's gonna be okay. You have her. She'll get to grow up. She'll do everything she was born to do.
That's cryptic as
But
fuck.
he has social commentary on this shit?
The world was on fire, the baby was coming. Impossible, child. Lynn said Jess was like her little sister. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. None of this is my fault.
Was Jess reborn as a child?
We're out. I got Jessica out. It was cold, but the snow had just started. We'll find a grown-up and we'll tell them what happened. We'll be okay.
We'll find a grown-up?
It's not my fault.
He's regressed.
Yeah, he's like he's like putting his memories of previous stuff.
Loving and hating God is the same thing. Like making and killing children is the same thing. She told me to meet her in the music room.
What? I didn't realize that they would like give you weird clues like this.
What the fuck?
Decorated with the dead. I checked faces looking for Lynn. Looking for my own.
We didn't do that. We were checking for
For
assholes.
Jessica.
And I did not even know that this happened.
Yeah.
They lived.
Yeah.
No, not lived. I had to find Lynn. I hoped I hadn't already.
So I guess he does live the way he's talking.
Trapped. I was never gonna get out. Now I knew it. At least I'd be there with her.
This is weird.
I have lots of friends. What the fuck?
Story.
Okay.
FistCake, I'm going to turn you up really loud, so don't talk. Oh. He with this. Oh, it's backwards.
It's backwards.
What the fuck? What the fuck? There's more?
It's also backwards.
Raining blood. Dripping off her shoes, I think. No. Just... I tried not to step in the blood because I didn't want to leave tracks.
Oh, he's talking about when he pushed her down the stairs and then...
And the priest and all that, yeah.
Killed as a warning. Or a welcome. We're all welcomed eventually.
Is this your camera work?
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
Tower. A radio tower or microwave relay. Civilization, maybe. For a second I was dumb enough to think I might not die.
Are there moments where he's just like speaking to himself?
No.
I mean, this is his voice though.
Yeah, but it's backwards.
Yeah. Roots and branches.
So fucking weird.
I didn't even know what I was looking at. Some kind of deformed toddler.
Well, that's just rude.
Sickness here. God bless. These people were rotting even before they were murdered.
See, now he's talking normal
I don't
here.
know how many of them got in my mouth. My skin wouldn't stop itching. They were trying to lift me up. The mines. This leads to the mines where the others took Lynn.
Yeah, so it looks like after the blood. Oh, that's why we don't see any. Oh, nope, there they are. I was going to say that's why we don't see any of the
weird shit.
The weird shit prior to him getting bled in his like mouth, but
there's like a symbol that comes up every time.
Yeah.
Oh, we missed it. It looks like
a space invader.
Or like a flag of some type. Fuck. Yeah, it's not going to come up again, I don't think. Oh, shit. It's like a weird, like Cthulhu sign. Are you looking up stuff, FistCake?
Can I talk now?
Yo, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
you're right. I'm just looking through the Wikipedia. Doesn't really explain a whole lot more than what we know. It just says that, like, kind of explains like the whole backstory about the girl dying in school. Like the guy accidentally killed her and made it look like a suicide, so he wouldn't be in trouble for it.
Oh,
that's why there's like those letters with the hanging woman or whatever.
But she didn't actually die with that. She got pushed down.
Yeah, she got pushed down from him.
And so I guess all those memories where you're running away from that creature, the creature is actually the priest, because you get that scene where the creature is like up on the stairs and you see her die. You see her laying there as well.
Yeah.
And later on, it's the same scene, but it's the priest instead.
It's also hinted that the baby is not real because apparently, if you look at the shadows, or if you try to like look at your feet or whatever and try to look for like shadows. You can't see the baby shadow at all.
Well, what's her face says she doesn't see anything either.
Yeah, she's like, there's nothing there.
Oh.
And then,
he's gone mental.
Well, the priest saw it.
Well, then, it says, like, Noth does not understand what God is signing with him now, especially when he had perfect faith. Nothing says that through God does not listen dead men, blah, blah, blah. Cultists have performed suicide by drinking. Oh, the cultists have performed suicide by drinking hydrogen peroxide. As he keeps walking in the sun, grows immensely, engulfs him and laying around him. Wakes up as a kid in school. Here's Jessica calling him, blah, blah, blah. I still don't. I don't. It's a goddamn mystery of the century. What does Outlast 2? Oh, goddamn. Why? Type.
We're all looking it up.
Yeah. Everybody.
Oh, Shack News. Making sense of Outlast 2's ending. Did you get that one as well?
I got Outlast 2 ending explained on Prima Games. But go ahead.
Lynn and the baby. Following a tidal wave of murderous cultists and hallucinations that made Blake and you question that what was fact and what was fiction, Blake makes his way to the mines. There he finds Lynn, his wife, who gives birth, while the storm reaches its crescendo. Lynn dies after seeing the baby safely in Blake's hands, which doesn't really see it. Before she slips away, she says there's nothing there. The meaning behind those three words divided Outlast 2's fan base. Lynn, on the brink of death, could have been referring to the absence of heaven or hell. Remember, she, Blake, and her friend Jessica attended a Catholic school as children. Whatever happened to them over the years since religion formed the bedrock of their beliefs. Another interpretation is that Lynn was referring to the baby, or rather, the baby that Blake held in his hands, or rather was not holding. Blake's had more than his fair share of hallucinations. Could it be that the child was another in a long line of illusions? Noth sees a baby, which seems to reinforce the notion that the baby was real. Consider this, though. Noth was exposed to the same radio signals that corrupted Blake's mind. There were radio signals?
Yeah, from the radio tower. He talks about it.
Oh, okay, I got you. If the baby is another hallucination, Blake and Noth might share it. Visions of the past. Blake leaves the bodies of Lynn and Noth. The background warps, changing into the school where he spent his youth. Jessica appears. Rope burns decorate her neck. I didn't see that part. Evidence of her suicide, but it wasn't suicide. Jessica guides Blake to the kitchen where they used to play. They kneel and offer up a prayer. The screen fades and credits roll. Outlast 2's final scene is rife with symbolism, although its meaning is up for debate. Blake willingly following Jessica and kneeling to pray alongside her can be seen as Blake giving into his guilt over her suicide. He never forgot Jessica begging him to stay with her on the day she took her life. Guilt gnawing away at his conscience, coupled with the effects of the signals emanating from the radio tower, broke what remained of Blake's mind, or perhaps paved the way for acceptance and peace. Which brings us back to Lynn, the baby in Noth. If Blake's mind was broken, and it did seem to be, perhaps the nightmarish visions became his new reality, a tapestry woven from hallucinations, terror, and ghosts from his past. There's much more to Outlast 2's story than meets the eye. That's it. Oh, you can find out how Outlast 2 connects to the first game.
I'm reading that now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I read ahead.
I got you. Cool.
Yeah. Let's see. First, it mentioned something like apparently there's that old traveler document about the report references one Jennifer Jenny Rowland, pathologist from Outlast. Connections run deeper. Rowland was employed by Murkoff Corp, the company responsible for opening Mount Massive Asylum. Blah, blah, blah. What's up with Outlast 2's Blake? At the outset of Outlast 2, journalist Blake Langermann wakes up from a nightmare concerning his friend Jessica Gray, whom Blake and his wife Lynn knew from their grade school days. As events unfold, a bright light leads Blake's helicopter to crash. He's plagued by hallucinations of Jessica and her suicide, leaving him, and wondering how Blake's childhood friend relate to what's going on the present. Once again, we cite the old traveler file. This document and several others provide evidence that the bright light that brought down Blake's helicopter could be the result of microwave signals from the radio tower. While portions of Outlast 2's story are open to interpretation, evidence points to microwave signals scrambling Blake's brain and weakening his grip on reality. That in turn can be the source of Temple Gate's populace turning violent and the advent of their cultist religion. As you plunge deeper into Temple Gate, you'll experience stronger hallucinations. One manifests a demonic entity. Outlast 2 community fans suggest the demon could be Father Laudermilk, a teacher from the Catholic school that Jessica and Blake attended. The father's demonic form is metaphorical. Blake sees him as an antagonist in the story of his and Jessica's childhoods, leading him to view the nefarious priest as his antithesis, a demon. Outlast 2 ends with Templegate's villagers murdering each other in bloody frenzy, referred to Old Traveler, which says that those within range of the radio tower signals lose their minds. I still don't understand. Did everybody in the crazy asylum come from this area or something?
Or maybe they were plagued by the same radio signals. Maybe they're in the same area.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, that's probably closer to it. Let's see here.
Also, there's that part in the school where you're being chased by a different demon that has a child's voice. You sing in those songs and you're in the bathroom. What's that?
Yeah. No, I think that was the priest still.
But it was like a younger boy voice.
No, it was like a young man's voice.
Yeah, but that guy sounds much older later on, at least. I don't know.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since you've heard it.
Yeah, but go on.
No, that's pretty much it. The next thing just explains the Jessica and the baby thing, but we've already heard that 2 times now. Let's see here. I'm trying to find anything else.
There's videos where they're ending explained, but are you reading the Prima Games one, Matt?
Yeah, I didn't have any new information.
There's one from India Obscura that says the whole her saying there's nothing there right before her death stirs up a lot of questions, which the biggest one being what happened to Lynn. Did she really give birth, or is this all a figment of your imagination? If you played the Whistleblower DLC for the first Outlast, then you might remember a document called Gender Selection in Mount Massive Contractors, which included details about women developing psychosomatic pregnancies when exposed to the morphogenic engine.
Oh, so
these
fake
phantom pregnancies. Yeah, these phantom pregnancies would result in miscarriage and death. Sound familiar?
Oh.
So I guess the morpho whatever engine was, I guess, what makes those radio signals.
Yeah. And so they're connected based on the radio signal thing.
Yeah, the morphogenic engine, I guess.
Which explains a little bit why everyone else went insane in the first game. Why they went insane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. No, Jesus. Get out of here. Research. The live stream.
So there's another theory that the game does not take place over the course of a night, but actually takes place over months, and it happens when you black out of and go into the school.
Oh, because he has these weird
maybe.
recordings that I mean, we have this stopped here in the background. It's the symbol that kept coming up, and I don't know what that fucking means.
Oh yeah.
I want to know like what the if anybody has any backmasking of the because all the audio in these particular scenes are reversed.
Hmm.
We're all looking up stuff.
Yeah.
The prophet now suggests that Blake should crush the child's skull and then kill himself, and then kills himself. Leaving Blake with the child, we aren't given any insight of what happens with the child or what's going on with Blake's hallucinations beyond the idea that he's possibly gone crazy. All the way this time, thanks to the bright flashes of light throughout the game, part of Murkoff Corporation's brainwashing program. Oh shit! There were those random like flashes of light throughout the game, and especially at the end. I guess that was used as part of their brainwashing program.
Yeah.
So was this like one big?
Yeah, like the Murkoff Corporation.
Like was putting it all together.
Yeah, and it has the shit here that says something about MK Ultra,
Oh,
which is an American.
a famous like American thing. Blake and company have continued to be exposed to the light and have thus been given additional doses of the mind control program from Murkoff's microwave signal sent throughout the land. This idea can be corroborated with the documents found throughout the game. It's also possibly why all the cultists murdered each other and took their own lives earlier in the game as well. It's a rather bleak ending, but it's a thrill ride to reach that point.
Oh, during the birth scene, the baby doesn't have a shadow.
Oh. It's hard to say because it's like maybe the developers just didn't give it a shadow. You know, it's like
all the video
Yeah, I don't
recordings
know.
taken during visions are corrupted.
oh, so these are all video.
These are all the ones where he's in the school, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Because didn't we have recording parts in the school?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see any of them here, so they're all like.
They're all corrupted.
Well, I
Sometimes
guess we
the
can play
shape
some
or
more
logo
tapes
can
and
be-
check it out.
Yeah, there was a couple that Matt didn't play. Did you play all of them, or? Oh, you stopped playing them
yeah.
because we were talking.
Temple Gate, founded by Sullivan Noth, the modern Ezekiel. Their knives sharp for the enemy.
Yep, okay. That's kind of right.
Yeah, they're all pretty
The
short.
chapel. I can see the chapel. How far did this go? I'm feeling my teeth at the sound of scissors. He said she did it to herself. He said he was protecting you.
That's about the death of Jessica.
Okay.
She once
I have
told
some-
me that the music of birds
Oh, wait,
is
talk to this.
proof that God exists and loves us.
Okay, so I have
Teacher
the
once
One
told
second.
me that the music of
See that
birds
weird
is
shit?
proof that God exists and loves us.
the black.
Yeah, like the black.
Yeah, we saw that towards the end of the game as well.
That's weird.
These are the transcripts from the corrupted recordings, but played forwards. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it starts out, "Dear Lord, sweet Jesus, forgive my sins and accept my gratitude. Thank you, God, for killing the child." Then you remove the temptation and the armor of the flesh, and then it says, "Unknown, was able to resist." I'm weak, but you are strong for me. How generous you gave me life. You gave me talent. The gift of music and mathematics and love, those fleeting moments of music and love becoming the same thing. You let me share my bliss with the children who may be able to take my bigger talents and turn them into glory. Let me share in their wanted path to adulthood, moments when a child learns those things everybody else already knows but doesn't talk about. She was so ripe with possibility, so resilient, smiley, flirty, never even aware of the power she had. You killed her, you saw what she was. And then it says, "Unknown rested on her shoulders as much as on my own. You took her and I could not. You killed her, but I never told a soul. I kept your secret, our secret. Thank you, never told a soul. Unknown of her suicide, wash over, unknown, accepted the tragedy of her murder."
Is that all?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This is so confusing.
So weird.
And that last scene with the girl and the priest takes place in the music class.
Yeah. So it seems like the priest and the guy are having conversations.
Yeah, because
Like,
some of them sound like it's from the guy.
yeah.
Like, you let me share my bliss with the children who may be able to take my bigger talents and turn them into glory. And it's like those fleeting moments, music and love become the same thing. Like he like fell in love with the young girl.
Yeah.
And just was like forcing himself upon her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play D4. Wash this all out of my brain, and I don't have to worry about it ever again.
Apparently, the girl at the end, if you play through again, she doesn't have bruises on her neck, but she does the first time.
That's weird.
So your first playthrough, she has bruises. Second playthrough, she doesn't.
That's the only difference?
Mm-hmm.
That's strange.
Maybe play through a third time, you can save her.
Yeah, just keep playing through the game.
Don't stop.
Something will be different.
Maybe you had to get a little mad to understand the madness of the game.
So
it's the perfect.
Yeah, it sounds like the parts in the school we have totally figured out, right? Like all that stuff's kind of explained.
Mm-hmm.
The parts we don't have explained is what happens to you in general in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So it's like you're trying to find her, but everyone's fucked up by the microwaves. You're fucked up by the microwaves. And they're playing out this whole story of like you being the Messiah, and they're like going through the actions like it's like not even very good even. And then you get to the end, you find her, she gives birth, but it might be psychosomatic, and you're already crazy, so you expect to see a baby, so you do see a baby. So if both you and Noth both see a baby, then you might not even be seeing the same baby, just the baby you want to see. And then you walk out.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You walk out, and at the end, there's another flash of light, which could just be one of their brainwashing things, in which case, if you leave, you're the last surviving person there holding a fake baby. I wonder if you get picked up by Murkoff Corporation.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, I would assume
like if
so.
there was any DLC or a follow-up to this storyline, I have a feeling you're still going to be alive, but like held somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they haven't done DLC or anything for it yet.
And it took them a while to come out with Whistleblower, too.
Well, yeah, because that was like a whole new game, too. That
It was like an expansion.
It was pretty lengthy, so...
Well,
I guess we can come back to that at some point, but I don't.
Yeah. I mean, overall, like...
I give it like a 6.5 out of 10. Scariness, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Nah, I give it like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, because it was like scary at points.
Outlast 1 was scarier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really speak for the gameplay or anything myself, but yeah, I would agree with the scariness. It was just like, oh, all right, yeah, that's...
I feel like the pacing was
spooky.
like all wrong. Like the game like never felt like it was building towards anything until all of a sudden it was.
Well, until it started railroading you.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
It seemed kind of like rushing the end portion. Like after all this build up, and then all of a sudden just stuff happens and then it's done.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, and you're done. You're done.
Also, you never get to see what happens to fucking the little guy on the big guy or anything like that. They just like all.
No, they get torn apart by the infested guys.
Oh. Okay, I forgot about that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Good times. Good times.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and end it there. It's kind of perfect because we have two somewhat 30-minute episodes now. One for discussion, one for the ending. So that works out.
It's all part of our perfect plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So next time we'll be playing D4. Was FistCake going to be playing that one?
No. We're going to play that one because I think it's shortish, and then he's going to play Deadly Premonition.
Right.
Once we get done with D4.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
But, yes. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, I'm getting my stuff this week. I'm getting my CPU Thursday. I'm getting my graphics card next week, so I'll be In business.
All
Yes.
right.
Gonna be killing it.
Yeah. Well,
Slaying it.
in that case, you can find all of our information at, well, okay, so I should say, if you're watching on Twitch, which I think, I'm not even sure if Fist Dad is still in the chat or anything like that, but if you're watching on Twitch, you can find our all the episodes of this on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Neanderthal Gaming TV. If you're watching us on YouTube, we'll continue with this series where we play weird games and maybe scary, maybe not, just really strange stuff.
Mostly just really strange. That's what we're trying to hit.
Yeah, we're trying to hit strange games. And
We
you can
have
watch
Fist.
us live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. I almost said Standard Time, Central Time. And we do that every week. And so when we complete games, we'll just move on to the next one. We're going to try to pass it around. I don't know if you want to play the next one or if I'll play the next one. But the whole thing is based around just, people hanging out playing weird games. But
Bros growing out with some weird games, bros.
Bros, yeah. Make sure to check out our podcast, which is this is like the secondary show to the podcast, Content Complete, on Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central. And those episodes go up on Wednesdays on Neanderthal Gaming TV, as well as in podcast apps.
Your favorite podcasting app.
Yeah.
Complete.libsyn.com.
If you want to stay in touch with us, you can follow our Twitter accounts, Neanderthal GTV, and FistCake's Twitter account. Is it Super FistCake, at Super FistCake? Or is it just
Twitch is just twitch.tv/FistCake.
FistCake? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had that right, because you have some stuff that's super and some stuff that's not super. So
Yeah, that'll be fixed.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, any last thoughts? Anything to close out the show?
Wait, well, I gave it a rating, 6.5. What are your guys's?
I think I would give something similar. The pacing was bad, and
Yeah, we'll give like a number.
a number. Yeah, I mean, it really intrigued me at the end, so I think I'll go 6.5 or a 7, just because the ending part was so fucking weird that part was like, but throughout the whole rest of the game, probably around 6.5.
I had to dock a whole point for the raft.
Yeah.
That goddamn raft.
What kind of rating would you give it, FistCake?
It's pretty hard because it seems like a pretty average run from the Scary Guys game.
Mm-hmm.
But then also we
yeah.
just realized a whole new aspect to it, the whole reviewing the cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
So it kind of adds a tiny bit of depth to it. I mean,
Yeah.
That's.
I guess I'll be nice. I'll be nice and give it a 7 or 8, only because maybe there's some DLC coming out that'll hopefully clear up the plot maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, guys.
So.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time with D4.
Peace.
Bye.